Now, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have signed a new deal with Netflix. I mean, Meghan Markle was absolutely mocked for her season that went on air earlier this year, but what can we expect from this one?
Well, it's a significantly downgraded deal, is what it is. And if
Mm.
you remember the fanfare there was for the original Netflix deal, a reported $100 million and that golden handcuff deal as a result. This is what's called a first look deal. I'm here in Edinburgh in the middle of the night at the TV and Film Festival and also the Fringe Festival. And obviously, all the great TV executives from around the world are here. And what a first look deal is exactly that. What they have is they turn around, they might have lots of different projects and Netflix will have the right to say, "Oh, I quite like that," or "No, I don't." And as a result, that's what it is. So there's no real money other than you pay a certain amount for that first look, but there's no guarantee, and I think that's the important point. But it's certainly downgraded. It's certainly a sort of a rather than the megawatt deal that they had for the 100 million. And there was also reports of tensions between the Sussexes and the massive Netflix as a result of the previous Harry and Meghan. And you might remember they wanted to have this reveal before all sorts of wonderful, sensational headlines. And Harry came out with his book Spare
Mm.
Us All. And the reality was that he revealed a lot of those stories which were supposed to be exclusive to Netflix in that. So there's reports of
Mm.
tension between the broadcasting giant and the Sussexes. And it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. But with love from Meghan and stuff like that, I did try the jam. I was sent a
Did
sample all the
you?
way over to the UK. Yeah, I think you have to pay the equivalent of a house in Windsor Park to get it for shipping. But I got one of the very rare things. I tried it live on air in a program that we do regularly. And I have to say that firstly, you couldn't call it jam anymore because it's not jam. To be jam, the legal definition means there's a certain sugar content, and this didn't have it. So it's called a spread. So it's a scam jam to start with. And actually, rather than going with the narrative of a lot of people, I quite liked it, but it was a little bit
Okay.
bitter. What does that tell you?
Oh, that's too funny. Well, there you go. I have to ask you about Princess Anne. A new photograph of Princess
Yes.
Anne has been released by Buckingham Palace to mark her 75th birthday. Now, Princess Anne looked elegant as ever in a blue and white dress and a high collar while leaning gently on a window frame. What did you make of it?
I love Princess Anne. Lots of
Mm.
people do. She's often said to be the hardest working royal because she gets out there and do things. I've had a joy of working with a lot of Olympics. Went to the Beijing game in
Wow.
2008, and also there in 2012 in London, various other ones. And she's brilliant. She is absolutely brilliant at going to meet the people, but she's very down to earth. She doesn't like all the faff and kerfuffle of royalty, so she wouldn't normally tell people. And what I love about the inside report, there's always an insider, isn't there? What I
Yeah.
love about the inside report is that she will only tell people and celebrate if it's like a zero. So if she's 80 or 70 or 60 or 50, then she'll celebrate that. But the fact she's only 75, she wanted to keep it secret. And so she wouldn't meet with certain people in case they asked her, "How are you going to celebrate your 75th?" So apparently she wanted no fuss at all. She wants to be very down to earth. But we wish her a very, very happy returns for this week for her 75th birthday.
Absolutely. And finally, royal fans have learnt recently that King Charles doesn't possess a passport or a driving licence. Now, this is revealed in a Reddit post that revealed that the monarch was allowed to travel without a passport and drive without his licence. Now, this would be a surprise to some, but I doubt you were surprised hearing this. What are your thoughts?
Well, I wasn't surprised, but I thought it was interesting because a lot of people don't know it. So,
Mm.
whilst we go through all the struggles of going through passport control and trying to get those new electronic ones working, how many times do you have to keep sliding that in? He doesn't need it. And the reality of this is that basically it's diplomatic immunity. So, several monarchs around the world enjoy this privilege. He doesn't need to travel with a passport. I guess all he needs to do is get out one of those pound notes and he can hold that up and say, "That's me." So, he works on that sort of basis. But he doesn't need a driving license. And as the monarch, they enjoy a certain amount of immunity from prosecution as well. So all
Mm.
sorts of privileges, as well as the honours and struggles you sometimes have to have, come with the monarchy.
Andrew Eborn, it was brilliant to speak with you. Thank you so much for joining us
Lovely
on
to
Power
speak.
Hour.
Lovely to speak. Look forward to joining you again soon.